Yep, it's happening again. It's Ramadan, so the third holiest site in Islam, the Aqsa Mosque compound, will be raided by the occupying Israelis, and it has. The Islamic endowment that runs the site said Israeli police entered in force before dawn on Friday, as thousands of worshippers were gathered at the mosque for early morning prayers. They fired rubber bullets, beat up the mosque staff, the young and elderly, and brutally emptied out the compound, stun grenades, clouds of tear gas everywhere, and 158 Palestinians injured in the violence, and hundreds arrested. What the hell is going on? Last year, the same thing happened, and that led to a war. Literally, this year again, in Ramadan, the holiest month in Islam. This is not an accident, by the way. Oh no. Things like this don't just happen, okay? It needs intent, a motive, and planning to get something like this going. So who's behind this? According to the research I've done, far-right Jewish groups have been calling for raids of the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound during the Jewish Passover holiday, so that they can make offerings of animal sacrifices in its courtyards, something that hasn't happened since ancient times. Come on, do you really think the Jewish extremists, who literally dream of retaking the entire compound off of the Muslims, un-Islamifying it, making it fully kosher, can handle seeing thousands of Muslims gathering there every Ramadan, year after year, the young and old, everybody facing the Qibla and bowing to their creator for a whole month? Dude, that's an insult to them. And guess what? If your average Ramadan wasn't bad enough, this year, Ramadan and Passover overlap. Who remembers this? You have to understand something. In a radicalized, quasi-theocratic apartheid state like Israel, you're going to have extremists in government and in all the institutions, frankly. The citizen extremist doesn't have to get his hands dirty when the police and the army can do it for him under the guise of security. Who's going to hold the police accountable? Tell me. What? The Zionist courts, who gladly sign off on demolitions of Palestinian homes and ethnic cleansing of entire Arab neighborhoods and deny the right of return of legitimate refugees? That legal system? Just imagine you're a Palestinian for a second. This is your holiest site. Literally, your identity. You've prayed on this site all your life. So has your dad, his dad, and his dad. You don't know any different. The Israelis can scream until they're blue in the face that it's their compound. But everything that is real to you, your mind, your soul, your blood, is saying, no, this is not right. I'm being gaslit. This is oppression. And police officers are pouring into the sacred compound. Just picture the Vatican City or the Church of the Holy Sepulchre entering there with their dirty boots, pointing guns in your face, completely disregarding the sacred value you and your forefathers attached to this place. I'm sorry, but what are you going to do? Imagine the emotions. You're going to pick up a stone to defend the sanctity of the place, because that's the only thing you can do. You're like an animal who's been cornered. This is definitely and obviously a deliberate provocation, because no ethnic or religious group will be able to handle having hundreds of police officers and soldiers pointing guns at your face as you pray, storming your holiest mosque and then firing bullets inside it? I mean, what? Putting you face down and arresting you on the carpet you just prayed to your God on? It doesn't get any more humiliating than that. If you want provocation, you got it. Look, what they want to do is They want to normalize this, okay? They want to say to the Palestinians and to the world, frankly, no place is safe or too sacred for us to get to you. You think we're going to give you the dignity of your own sacred month? Of your own holy place? If we stop respecting it, stop legitimizing this fake holy site, that ought to be a Jewish holy site, then eventually the whole world will get used to it too. It puts the Al-Aqsa compound back on the negotiating table. Because you thought Al-Aqsa was in the bag for you. Wrong. Wrong. It's contested land. And the take-back has begun, my friend. We are going to stop treating it as a real holy site. And that begins by desecration with boots, bombs and raids, and your humiliation on top of it during your holiest time of the year. And once everybody's been desensitized, including you, Palestinian, it won't be tear gas and stun grenades anymore. It'll be tanks and machine guns. Until that compound just becomes another piece of land that nobody cares about. Let us all make dua for the Palestinians and the Ummah. May Allah help them with safety, security, favor, blessing, and patience. Istiqamah. Ameen.